Of all things, the wrong number. Anyway, so we're left with a problem of people wanting more, and it's only human nature. So they want health care. Now we have to add that cost to the cost of the product, and you reach a point where with retirement and health care and other benefits that you're no longer able to compete. So you ship it overseas and you deny these people the health care, things that they've gotten used to. And we find that is what the Republicans now are trying to do. What they want to do is they want to lower the minimum wage when no one in this country can exist without living in a freaking tent somewhere on the minimum wage, let alone try to raise a family on it. And they're trying to lower the age at which kids can work. So they want to turn us into some third world nation so they can maintain, the 1% can maintain their high standard of living by reducing the costs uh, of producing goods in this country. And they think that they're doing this country a favor. They're not doing this country a favor. The sooner the whole world gets equaled out as far as there are no more hidden pockets of cheap labor to rely on, the sooner things will get better. But in the process, that as our standard of living is here and most people's standard of living is down here, that ours has to come down because there isn't enough product or productivity or enough resources to bring everybody's up to where ours was. So any unit in which the 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 people that perpetrate the myth are allowed to keep producing uh, this currency is a unit that is going to fail. And the United States is going to fail drastically because of the fact that we are, the Fed buys treasuries, and the Treasury goes out and prints the money, and the Fed distributes the money to banks for next to no interest, and the banks turn around and charge you a high interest to make a loan to you, if they make a loan at all, if they don't turn around, buy the treasuries and take the short step and make a guaranteed profit. And that profit they're making creates absolutely nothing and adds to the inflationary nature of where we are today. So that until we go back to limited known quantity behind this currency, and that's not the end all, that's just the beginning. So we have to adjust our living standards, and there is no other system that that will aside from slavery, that will permit a country to continue down the path that we're on, the path that Greece is on, the path that Italy's on, the path that the euro is facing, and the bubbles that are developing in China, the fact that Brazil and a few countries like Brazil and Russia and Saudi Arabia, maybe they have so many resources, they can maintain themselves for a while on that. But as the demand for resources goes up, the price of the resource goes up, inflation goes up, and the only way to match it, the inflation, is to keep printing more and more. Whether Greece is going to have to go back to the drachma, whether the Chinese are going to come up with a monetary unit that will replace the petrodollar, and what are they going to do with the trillions and trillions of dollars that are now used for international exchange? Who knows? But the hen has got to come home to roost, and when it does, we're all in deep chicken shit, and we're going to find out soon that any economy based on labor, as I said, is a simple fact that is bound to fail because of the profit motive and the labor involved. Now you can't uh, get along just by trading your labor for someone else's labor in a barter system. That works on a limited scale. If you were in a society, a primitive society, say living maybe perhaps still in the Amazon, that that there are no huge numbers of people living in the Amazon, because although they say, oh, it's so productive, it isn't that productive. It supplies a very, very limited and very hard a hard system to maintain one's standard, and their standards are very low. So until we come up with some system that is more equitable and something that's based on something that we know is finite, and then each of us can endeavor to get a piece of that finite material, whether it be gold or silver or platinum or palladium or rubidium or whatever, then we're bound to fail. And when the failure comes, it'll come quick, and we'll be up to our ass in dollar bills. Uh, and the speak of the dollar would be ridiculous because they're going to have to be hundreds and thousands of dollar bills, not singles. So I would like to open this up to everyone else and see what you think, and then perhaps we can work on this and refine it. Thanks for your time.